Today, new documents from the city of Memphis sheds new light in the investigation of Tyre Nichols' death. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pepper Baker.
And I'm Rudy Williams. Nearly 3,000 pages of records revealing new witness accounts, past disciplinary actions of responding officers, and how first responders failed to act to save Nichols' life after he was beaten on camera. A judge ordered the release of these documents after a legal challenge by ABC 24 and other media outlets.
The records show Desmond Mills Jr. and Demetrius Haley, two of the officers criminally charged in beating Nichols to death, were both previously reprimanded by MPD for violence towards women during arrests, which they failed to report in their official police reports.
Another one of the 5 officers facing charges is Emmett Martin III, who was suspended for 3 days in 2019 and another for 1 day in 2021.
And then there's Lieutenant Dwayne Smith. He was assigned to the Scorpion unit and retired before the city of Memphis could fire him. In 1999, he was arrested and given a 15-day suspension for aggravated assault against his wife and stepchildren.
Well, these new records provide further information about the inaction of the 4 MPD employees, or MFD employees rather, who were present on the scene on the night of Nichols' death. During an internal investigation, MFD Private Jamichael Sandridge claimed he could not have done anything to prevent Nichols' death. He and fellow MFD Private Robert Long were fired for neglecting their duty and providing false reports.
Lieutenant Michelle Whitaker, the highest-ranking fire personnel on site, didn't even leave the truck, stating she believed the 2 privates could handle the situation, but admitted she had never seen either of them treat a victim of pepper spray before.
Then paramedic Jesse Guy was suspended for 9 days because of misreading Nichols' heart rate, failing to bring the proper equipment to the scene, and neglecting to inquire about Nichols' condition.
The documents also outline what a witness who lived nearby Nichols' beating at Castlegate and Bear Creek saw and heard that night. In it, the witness expressed frustration that no one acted when Tyre sat unconscious, saying, "Oh my God, they just raised his arm and it fell. It just bothered me that everybody was standing out in the street."
Well, ex-officer Desmond Mills pleaded guilty to charges, including second-degree murder. The other 4 charged are scheduled to stand trials on the state charges in August and on federal charges in September.
Well, with the release of the disciplinary records of the Memphis police officers charged in Tyre Nichols' death, the question comes, why were officers with checkered pasts hired in the first place?
And what can be done to make sure this doesn't happen again? Our Stephen Pimpo joins us in the studio now. And Stephen, what do community leaders believe is the step forward?
Rudy, Pepper, back in 2022, the Memphis Police Department changed their hiring standards in an effort to boost recruitment. That included reducing the education and required work experience and introduced the option to seek waivers to hire applicants with criminal records. Those I spoke with today say it's time to focus on quality officers, not quantity.
Trying to increase the number of police officers, I would argue, almost by any means necessary, and to stop and fight violent crime almost by any means necessary.
That's what Memphis pastor and activist Dr. Earl Fisher believes has led to the situation within the Memphis Police Department that ultimately contributed to the death of Tyre Nichols. Dr. Fisher argues there needs to be a reevaluation of how MPD selects candidates. According to documents released today, multiple former MPD officers connected to Nichols' arrest, like Demetrius Haley and now retired Lieutenant Dwayne Smith, had multiple accusations of violent confrontations.
And quite possibly could have recruited them to kind of exercise some of that brute and illegal force and excessive force that we have seen.
Last year, former Memphis Police Director Tony Armstrong said one problem is the lack of quality veteran officers.
You cannot turn 5, 6, 2, 3-year officers loose in the street and expect positive results.
Dr. Fisher says it is past time for a plan forward.
I think the community is entitled to, at this point, is a comprehensive plan that the public needs to see. And I think we've been waiting far too long for that.
I reached out to the Memphis Police Department today to ask what changes in policy have been made since Tyre Nichols' death or what are planned going forward. They said they could not comment on ongoing litigation, even though our question was about policy. Rudy, Pepper.
All right, Stephen, thanks a lot. Well, all news related to Tyre Nichols and our continuing coverage of it, including documents and videos and where this case stands, you can head to our website or you can download the ABC 24 app.